In 1981 and 82, I was in the copier business. In 80, I started. In 82, I left briefly for 9 months.
Oh.
Because the branch manager and one of the sales managers were into drugs.
Whoa.
And they were doing a lot of different kind of drugs. I'm not going to get into the detail.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a rumor. I actually saw it. Because one day I was trying to get a demo ready to go out, and I was getting flack from the service department. Back then, the service department and the sales department used to clash.
Yep. Nothing new there.
Yeah. And but it was even worse than today. It's totally better. I
Yeah.
mean, it's much better. It's obviously a process. And so I banged. They told me to go talk to the branch manager. So I knocked on his door. His door was closed, and I didn't hear an answer. And the other sales managers, there were two sales managers. One obviously was inside with the branch manager. He said, "Just open the door. It's okay. Knock and open." I'd opened it, and unfortunately, I saw a mirror on the table.
Oh, no.
And I saw what they were doing. And then 2 weeks later, there was an incident where they had some machines that were stolen out the back of the warehouse. And it turned out that the guys that were buying drugs were also the guys that had to feed the habit by financing
Yep.
it. So I decided that I'd take a break and go somewhere else. And I went to a flower company, international flower company in Miami that sold wholesale to wholesalers from Colombia and Peru and South America.
Yeah.
And I spent 7 or 9 months on the phone selling these wholesalers who would sell to retail florists. So we didn't even sell to retail florists, we sold to wholesale. That's where I met my wife.
No kidding. Huh.
We met, she worked in the shipping department
Yeah.
with the paperwork, and I worked in the sales department. And I finally got up enough nerve to ask her out.
Yeah.
And I was back working out after work. So she said, "What are you doing after work?" I said, "Well, I'm actually going to do my workout." She goes, "Can I tag along?" So technically our first date was in an old bodybuilding gym in Miami. George Prince was, he was a Mr. Florida.
Yeah.
And he opened a bunch of gyms in Miami. And so I trained in George's first gym.
No way.
Real old-fashioned bodybuilding gym, not a lot of machines, just iron.
Iron. Yep.
And a couple of, like a leg press machine, and that was about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that was another experience. And then I was there for 9 months, and I heard about the fact that Minolta straightened out their issues in Miami.
Okay.
They got rid of the branch manager. They put a straight guy in charge who I knew, who used to be in sales and was stand-up guy.
Yep.
And I decided to go back. And in 83, I went back, and that's when I knew, in 83, that I was in this for the long haul.
Yep.
Because I was successful. It was a good, positive situation, and I felt comfortable there.
Yeah.